There are probably hundreds of famous living trees in the world. They are mostly known because of its location, age, size, unusual appearance, connections with some historical events, or because of strange uses by humans. Let's discuss some of them. Did you ever listen about a tree which is used as a lockup for prisoners? The Baobab prison tree is a large hollow Adansonia gregori Baobab tree just south of Derby, Western Australia. It is reputed to have been used in the 1890s as a lockup for Indigenous Australian prisoners on their way to Derby for sentencing. It is now a tourist attraction. In recent years, a fence was erected around the tree to protect it from vandalism. Did you ever heard about a tree that can store 31,000 US gallons of water? Teapot baobab takes the form of bottle and also looks like teapot, which is why its name has teapot in it. This tree and the trees similar like this are located in Ifati, Madagascar. The famed teapot baobab is around 1200 years old and has the capacity of storing more than 31,000 US gallons, 117.000 liters of water. It can show the endurance for severe drought conditions. The chandelier tree in Drive-Through Tree Park is a 315-foot 96 meters tall coast redwood tree in Leggett, California, with a 6 feet 1.83 meters wide by 6 featuring 9-inch 2.06 meters high hole cut through its base to allow a car to drive through. The chandelier tree is a giant redwood located 175 miles 280 kilometers north of San Francisco on US 101. The massive tree had the ignoble fate of having a tunnel carved through its base more than 60 years ago and is now the centerpiece of a 200-acre grove of redwoods. Do you heard about a tree that has a bar and a wine cellar? Sunland Baobab is a well-known enormous baobab, Adansonia digitata, in South Africa. The tree is located on Sunland Farm, Limpopo Province. The Sunland Big Baobab is renowned because in its hollowed trunk there is established a bar and a wine cellar. The tree has been carbon dated and is estimated to be around 1060 years old. The trunk of the tree consists of two connected parts. Each of these parts has its own enormous hollow connected with a narrow passage. Circumference of the trunk 33.4 meters, 110 feet. Carbon investigations inside the hollows of the tree testify that there have been fires in the hollow in 1650 AD. Hollows have been turned into pub in 1993 by the owners of Sunland Farm, and this unusual landmark since then has turned into popular tourist destination. Basket tree. This is the famous basket tree, authored by Axel Erlandsson, 1884–1964, well-known Swedish-American farmer, who shaped trees as a hobby, and opened a horticultural attraction in 1947 advertised as, "See the world's strangest trees here," and named, "The Tree Circus." Basket Tree and all the other masterpieces of Axel Erlandsson is located in Gilroy Gardens, a garden-themed family-themed park in Gilroy, California. To create the basket tree, Erlandsson planted 6 sycamore trees in a circle, topped them all at 1 foot, then approach grafted them together one to another to form the diamond patterns. For the first 2.5 meters, 8 feet, he left an opening at the top. This specimen today is featured as the centerpiece of Gilroy Gardens. Do you know about the world's widest tree having human faces, lions, jaguars, elephants-like cravings? El Árbol del Tule, Spanish for the Tree of Tule, is a tree located in the church grounds in the town center of Santa Maria del Tule. Once thought to be so large that it could only have resulted from a merger between multiple trees, modern DNA analysis has confirmed that the tule is, in fact, a single individual. Though it is the tule's spectacular girth that earns it a place in the record books, it is its gnarled bark that truly inspires the imagination. In its knots and crooks, visitors have found likenesses of human faces, lions, jaguars, elephants, and a veritable bestiary of other creatures. The tree is occasionally nicknamed the Tree of Life. The tule tree is still growing. Do you know about a tree whose main trunk is died but it still have a crown of 1 kilometer and 3,300 aerial roots reaching down to the ground? The Great Banyan is a banyan tree, Ficus bengalensis, located in Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose Indian Botanic Garden, Howrah, near Kolkata, India. It was the widest tree in the world in terms of the area of the canopy and is estimated to be about 200 to 250 years old. It became diseased after it was struck by lightning, so in 1925 the middle of the tree was excised to keep the remainder healthy. This has left it as a clonal colony, rather than a single tree. A 330 meters (1,080 feet) long road was built around its circumference, but the tree continues to spread beyond it. The Great Banyan tree is over 250 years old and in spread it is the largest known in India, perhaps in Asia. There is no clear history of the tree, but it is mentioned in some travel books of the 19th century. It was damaged by two great cyclones in 1884 and 1886, when some of its main branches were broken and exposed to the attack of a hard fungus. With its large number of aerial roots, the Great Banyan looks more like a forest than an individual tree. The tree now lives without its main trunk, which decayed and was removed in 1925. The circumference of the original trunk was 1.7 meters (5.6 feet), and from the ground was 15.7 meters (51.5 featuring. The area occupied by the tree is about 14,500 square meters, about 1.5 hectares or 4 acres. The present crown of the tree has a circumference of about 1 kilometer (0.6 miles), and the highest branch rises to about 25 meters (82 feet). It has at present 3,300 aerial roots reaching down to the ground. Now you are going to discover about a 1,000-year-old tree. In Icod, a municipality on the island of Tenerife, in the Canary Islands close to the Church of San Marcos, stands a famous dragon tree 22 meters or 72 featuring high. Lower trunk diameter 10 meters or 33 feet, estimated weight 70 t, which is reputed to be 1,000 years old. While no study seems to have confirmed such longevity for the tree, Dracos do not produce annual rings with which to tell their ages. The tree is more likely to have an age in the hundreds of years. It is the longtime symbol of Icod. Do you know about a deadliest tree called bottle tree? Located in Namibia and described as one of the most deadliest trees on Earth, the bottle tree gathers its name from an obvious appearance but is not to be underestimated. The milky sap that can be gathered from the tree is extremely poisonous and was used as arrow poison by Bushmen in the past. Flowers that blossom from the tree are pink and white colors, with a red center, so at least it looks nice. Do you know about the colored tree? The rainbow eucalyptus sheds its bark. It looks like one of those pencil crayons with different colors that reveal as you sharpen it down. This spectacular tree, which is also known as the Mindanao gum or rainbow gum, is tall and rare. In fact, this beautiful specimen can grow up to 250 feet in the air. The more the rainbow eucalyptus sheds, the outer bark slowly peels back to reveal a bright green inner bark. Then, as time passes, the green ages into different radiant colors, which eventually shows up as the glorious rainbow this tree is famous for. Blue, purple, orange, and maroon are the main colors of the rainbow eucalyptus. Because the tree doesn't shed all at once, there are always fresh green layers showing up. Other layers are at different stages in the aging process, so you get this gorgeous, layered rainbow effect.